We would like to once again welcome Marissa Acierto, who is a very well-known community leader and a community organizer in San Diego. We've had discussions with her in the past with regards to our ongoing series of talks about presidential elections 2016. Welcome once again to Public Affairs, Marissa. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me, Ali. I really appreciate you having the call and getting to know all the viewers out there.
Thank you. Well, just pursuing all the topics we've discussed in the past, now people are always very curious on what happens in the West Coast, like particularly in San Diego. What is the pulse of the people now? Now that we're hearing that Donald Trump is trailing in the polls and Hillary Clinton seems to be leading the way and might become the first woman president. What do you think?
You know, that's an interesting question because actually, when you asked me that question, I started asking other community leaders as well because I think it's important that we also get their feedback regarding what's happening in our community as well in San Diego. And the feedback that I've been getting is that, they're kind of like not really sure anymore at this point. It's really an odd thing because in the beginning, when the first stages happened, everything seemed well, that everybody was okay with who they actually were focused on. And now that everything's kind of surfacing up and they're finding out how both candidates are in both ways on how their demeanor is, it's kind of like it's a toss-up right now. And it's kind of scary.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
So,
at this point, it's really kind of scary because, I thought in the beginning that, everything was a sure thing. But now, with both candidates having their issues and how they're dealing with it and their feedback and so forth, it's not a good sign on both ends. Again, it's all a toss-up right now, like heads or tails, and hoping that the viewers out there, support what's really right for the community. And basically, one gentleman, actually, Filipino American person, indicated that if we have Hillary, there'll be the same thing. Unlike with Trump, there'll be a change. Now, whether or not he's going to get elected, either or, that's a whole different question.
mm-hmm. It seems that during the primaries, Donald Trump did very, very well, and he's trying to pursue the same style that he had during the primaries. But now people say that it's different when it's the general elections, especially when you're fighting against Hillary Clinton, who is a very experienced politician. Now, Donald Trump had the shakeup of his campaign just recently, just a few hours ago, and now they have Steve Bannon, who is the executive chairman of the Breitbart News, as the CEO of his campaign, together with Kellyanne Conway, who is now a campaign manager. And of course, Manafort, who used to be the head of his campaign, now will be behind the scenes. What do you think of this shakeup?
Well, it's a good sign that, he's bringing on board a lot of new people and creative ways on how to get the people to recognize how important it is to vote for Trump. But then on the other end, they're not happy by the way if how he deals with the situation of the hand and how he presents himself. I think that's where it all boils down to. And that's where people are getting really kind of mixed tone. They know that, that he has the message that is being strong and clear with the GOP, but then on the other end, it's just, I guess, the deliverance of how he's presenting it is really a very hard thing for a lot of people to take right now, whether it's a GOP or a Democrat. And so that's what he's going to have to try to create that hump over. If he can do that, he can probably retain the votes of the people that actually supported him in the beginning. So if those factors are really important in this election, and I hope that they try to gather some kind of way to make that happen.